Hey, WheelSnipeSelly here. Welcome back. It is Thursday, June 29th, 2023. We're looking at the ES chart here. You can see on the daily, we kind of came up yesterday and tapped the daily volume imbalance, and then today I've been just looking for longs, targeting this daily fair value gap. So we're in right about 4. I'm assuming that we're going to tap into this here within the next few minutes. But we will dive in. Let me blow this up here. So let's start on the hour chart. And so today's action, we made a low in the London session, and then we basically took out the high from the previous AM session yesterday. So there was definitely some movement in the pre-market, like overnight session. Let's go down to a 15. So 15-minute here, kind of coming into the day. I had an hourly fair value gap, 2 of them noted here. Just wanted to see what the reaction would be. We end up coming down and taking out London's low. So let me flip to the regular trading hours. So I want to show that we have our opening range gap here. So that's what our orange markers here. I do have our previous day opening range gap. Sometimes that's used. So I have that kind of noted here. And let's flip this back so you guys know where those lines came from. And these lines here, the previous AM session lows, and then the highs here. So this is one of ICT's teachings that he had recently, just kind of labeling these out, that they would be targets eventually. So looking at, let's go down here. Let's go down to a 5-minute. So, well, let me go back to the 15. So the 15-minute, I had this order block noted. We came down and we almost filled it in, and then we had a nice rejection at 9:30. So I had the hourly discount arrays here, and then this order block. I didn't think we were going to come down and take the PM session lows. I just had these noted here. So let's go back into, and then you can see this is where the opening range gap starts. Let's go back down to the 5-minute. Okay. So once we saw the reaction here, it was kind of choppy between 9:30 and 10. I didn't really see anything that I liked until towards the end of the 10 o'clock hour. I ended up taking a live trade, which I'll show that towards the end, but I basically entered once we took out these stops here, and I saw this nice reaction from the fair value gap. I entered right around here, took a profit here, took a profit here, and then was holding to tap into the daily fair value gap. So we fell a few points short, and then I think I was stopped out right around here. Still was a 10-handle move on that last runner. So I'll kind of show that towards the end. But so once I was stopped out, I was looking for sell side to be taken. So I was definitely expecting this to be taken out. Let me hit this. I was expecting this to be taken out, and it was. But looking at, and I was waiting till 1:30. So this happened at 1. I still wasn't looking for anything, and then 1:30 hit. There really wasn't a whole lot of movement, and then so I was like, okay, well, let's wait for the 2 o'clock. So right coming into 2, we had a nice movement lower. Now, if you look at let's go back to the 15-minute real quick. I had these three down candles noted as my 15-minute order block, and we tapped that basically to the tick right here. So I definitely like seeing that. I have noted our 15-minute fair value gap here. So I was looking for it to at least trade back down into here. So like I said, I was looking for longs, so I wasn't interested in taking anything short. So once we tapped in and I saw this nice reaction on the 15-minute, let's go back down to the 5. So the 5 minute, we had a 5 minute fair value gap here and one here as well. I entered at the top of this 5 minute fair value gap because I had buy sides in my target in my crosshair. Let's go to the 1 minute. So this, I entered a little bit early. I was looking to take a trade in the 250 to 310 macro time. I felt pretty comfortable that my bias was correct. We had a higher time frame target at that daily fair value gap. So I ended up just putting an order at this 5 minute fair value gap, expecting that it could trade down into here. So my stop was basically down here. If I go to a 30-second, I was watching this. We have a small breaker here. So high, lower low, we ran the stops, but there wasn't any real good chance to get into this. And it wasn't within my time frame. So we were in like the 413, 415. So I didn't take anything. I just let this go. So just wanted to show why I had this outlined here. So then basically once we had this movement, and I liked this reaction here, still looking for buy side, I was looking for any retracement down into discount. So I just took, like I said, I took this 5 minute here, was willing to let it come down to this. It basically tapped the top of this 5 minute fair value gap. So that all was looking good to me. Let's go over here. So I noted once I was in, we kind of came here and we stopped. So that was generating relative equal highs. We came down, we tapped this 5 minute again, which is acceptable. We stopped right around consequent encroachment. So once I saw this and we started to move away, I really liked the trade. I was thinking about adding, but I didn't want to. I was operating in the big ES and I didn't want to take on too much risk. So we kind of came up and we puttered around here for a while. I had the first buy side noted here, but I really wanted this buy side. So it came up and pushed right through it. I nailed it right on the tick. And then you can see we are trading higher. I think it's going to tap into this soon, into this daily. So that was my PM session trade idea. So two trades. One was live, one was in the Topstep account. We're back up to about a third of the way. So hopefully we can kind of keep this momentum going. But yeah, overall pretty happy with the trade. I think it was let's pull up a thing here. Entered here. Stop was, I think, this. So a 2-hour trade. And then once we took this relative equal high, I believe I moved my stop up. And then I started to choke it up once we got around here. I think I moved it up below the breaker. We'll see in the actual video, but I was moving my stop up that I wasn't going to allow a loss on this one if it did come back on me. So, but anyways, let's go into the trade review. All right, so here we are right around the 2 o'clock hour. I had an alert set that once we kind of tap down into this 15 minute. So this is a quick 30-second recap of the annotations into the actual trade. So note on the left here, we have that 15-minute wick. That is going to be where my stop loss is. And we'll kind of let this play out. So I'm waiting for discount. I entered in at that 5 minute fair value gap. So we are tagged in. My stop is, like I said, it's halfway of that M15 wick there. So, and you can see I'm just kind of noting small breaker here. We have these up candles. So I wanted to see it push up through here, but it did generate some relative equal highs. Like I said, I was willing to let this come back down and tap into this 5 minute fair value gap here. And we'll just kind of wait and see. So I'm taking a measurement here of this next wick here. And so that next M15 wick, you can see that's basically the consequent encroachment part was basically where my entry was. So Overall, like I said, I'm shooting for a 2-hour trade here. And so now we're basically into the 3 o'clock, the last hour here. So we're getting some movement up, noting fair value gap. I want to see it push through this SIBI that I noted here, this red fair value gap. It kind of putts around for a second. And then once it gets up to this buy side here, I'm waiting to see what it's going to do. So I don't want to see this fair value gap broken. I moved my stop up to halfway in between that breaker. So I don't want to see it go back down below 44.28. So that's that last down candle. Just put a little green line there. And so you can see I'm getting ready to move my sell stop up. Once we get above the buy side, I'm going to move my stop up right below that last swing low. So moved it up, and then we're tagged out. All right, here we are. We'll make this quick. We 382.92 for the day. We're at 1,011 out of the 3,000. And here's just the one trade for today. Like I said, I didn't take any trades yesterday. Just really wasn't feeling the price action. Wasn't sure exactly, where the draw was. But today was pretty clear for me. So yep, here's the one trade, 382.92 for today. And let's go to our trade log. We just have the one entry for today. Took it at 240 ES long, PM session, M5. We had fair value gap. It was basically the silver bullet trade for the 2 o'clock session. And I wanted to do, we had displacement. No, we didn't have that. We definitely had sell stops taken. That was a must. 25-minute trade, one handle and drawdown. And let's go to, so here we had Monday minus 117, Tuesday was plus 169, and today was plus 382. So I think I'm done for the week. Going to take tomorrow off. Here is the original screenshot from the PM session trade. And like I said, we traded down into a M15 order block. We entered on the M5 for value gap and just took the easy low-hanging fruit with the ultimate draw on liquidity at the daily fair value gap up there. And then here's just the AMP live trade I wanted to show you guys. This was in the AM session, entered during the 10:50 to 11:10 macro. So we had an entry on this. There's a breaker on the I think 15 second or the 30 second chart. So entered right here with three. Well, this was the target that I had run, but this is micros. So I had 2 take profits here, and then the runner. So here is the 2 take profit screenshot here. So we had TP1 here, TP2. And then so that was good for 8.25 handle move. And then the I left the runner on. We did take the buy side, so we were like 0.75 from hitting into that daily fair value gap, and I didn't really want this to come back on me any more than what it did. So I kind of stopped it out at a 10 handle here, and then we did end up coming down and retracing, so this was good that I did take a profit there. I could have just taken the buy side right here at the 44 37 even, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, let's go to the economic calendar. We do have some news for tomorrow. We have at 8:30 personal income and outlays, and then Chicago PMI at 9:45, and then consumer sentiment at 10. So definitely some movers. I don't really know what to expect kind of going into a holiday week next week. So I'm going to take off tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll check back in next time we take a trade.